everyone, it's Karen from the Geordie Grandma. Welcome back to my channel and welcome back to week 10 of the Summer Body Challenge. If you don't know what the Summer Body Challenge is, it is a collaboration between 4 YouTuber friends. So there's me, there's @BusyBeeMarie, @Tina's Talk Time and @Maria Crocker. And we decided to get together to bring out this 10-week Summer Body Challenge to try and motivate each other to lose some weight, get fit and get more healthy. Not just for summer, but so hopefully to get ourselves into good habits that we can continue for the rest of our life, hopefully. And we hoped to motivate you as we went along as well. So this is week 10, it's the last week, which is a little bit sad. So we've all been doing different ways of eating, different diets. Busy Bee Marie's been doing the fasting 16-8 diet. Maria Crocker has been doing Slimming World, and Tina's Talk Time has been doing I think it's the Cambridge 1-to-1, but she has been doing a little bit of everything. So don't forget to go and watch their channels when you've finished watching this video. I've been doing low carb, and as I've said every week, I was mainly doing this. I chose low carb because I wanted to get my type 2 diabetes under control. And I did mention last week that I'd got my HbA1c down from 84 to 62. So if the 10-week body challenge did anything for us, it proved that I can get my type 2 diabetes under control, and I will continue to try and get that figure down a bit more. So how was my last week gone? Well, the week before I'd been on holiday to the treehouse. If you haven't seen my vlog of the treehouse, I'll leave a link below, you can go and watch it. So I was there for 4 nights and I came back on the Friday. And it did take me a little while to get back on track, I have to say, because I kind of fell off the wagon a little bit when I was away, which I expected to. It was my birthday and I was on holiday, so I knew I was going to eat carbs. And I did put 3.5 pounds on last week. So it did take me a little while to get back on track, but I did get back on track. And we'll do the weigh-in later on in the video, so you can see if I did lose this week or if I stayed the same or if I put on, and then I'll share the total weight loss for the 10 weeks. I've enjoyed getting back to my morning walk to work. I mean, I was doing walking when I was on holiday. We did quite a lot of walking, but it was nice to get back to that walk to work, that routine every morning of, we talked about morning routines, I think in week 2 or 3, and it was good to get back to that morning routine of, get myself ready, get me lunch ready, and then getting out the door with my trainers on, my headphones in, and listening to some podcasts and things like that. I've also got a music playlist that I listen to when I'm walking to work, and the most of them are upbeat. I was going to say records, that show me age. Upbeat songs, things that I've liked. And one of my favourite songs, I have to say, to walk to is the Proclaimers' I'm on My Way. I just love walking to that. But when I'm walking and I'm listening to that, I always feel like kind of breaking into dancing up the street. I haven't done it yet, but maybe one day. But the way I walk, it's on, it's a busy road, so I don't know what people would think. But it's good to have a really good playlist if you're wanting to motivate yourself to get out and exercise. And I find that my music playlist really does that. If anybody wants to know the other music that's on it, let us know and I'll put it in the comments. I haven't really been eating anything new again this week. Kind of fell into a routine of just eating the same kind of things every week. And I have gotten a little bit bored, so going forward I'm going to make a conscious effort to try 1 or 2 new recipes every week, so I can build a bigger bank of teas and lunches that I can choose from, so I don't get bored with it. So I haven't really been eating anything new. I had a chilli, a veggie chilli, which I always enjoy. I've had currywurst again this week. I mentioned currywurst on a video a few weeks back, I think. Didn't have the low carb bun this time. I did have an ordinary bun, but I did mention a couple of weeks ago that I was going to start introducing a few more carbs into my diet because I think I was going a little bit low. Low carb diet means you stick to around, you don't really go over 130 grams of carbs a day. And there has been some days where I've been going as low as 60, 50 even. And I don't want to do keto. So I am starting to introduce a few more carbs into the diet. Not every day, but just like the occasionally have a bun or a baked potato or something like that. You've got to have variety, otherwise you're going to get bored and we're never going to stick to it. I've had salmon with salad a couple of times. I really enjoy salmon. I think my favourite meals that I've been eating since I started this 10-week summer body challenge is I've really enjoyed the Buddha bowls that I mentioned a couple of weeks ago. I mean, they're basically just a salad, but it's the way it's arranged in the bowl, the colours, just they make you want to eat them. So I've been having, quite a few of those. I have really enjoyed those. I also really enjoyed the Stilton broccoli soup that I made, that I froze quite a few portions of. I've still got a couple left in the freezer. Really enjoyed that. It is very tasty and it's very filling. And the other favourite thing that I've made over the last 10 weeks is that keto chocolate cheesecake. That was really good. I've only made it once because it is quite a big cheesecake and it made 12 portions, so it lasted quite a while. But I think it's getting to the time where I'm going to make another one, so I really enjoyed that. Let me know what your favourite, if you've had any favourites from the meals that I've shared. Is there anything you've tried and you've thought you've really enjoyed? I'd love to know. Just let us know in the comments below. So the focus this week was on getting outdoors. I think if you get outside, it always makes you feel better. It makes you feel happier. It makes you feel. I find it makes us feel more motivated. Particularly, like I was talking about, my morning walk to work. Being able to get out and walk to work just makes me feel so good by the time I get there. And there has been a couple of mornings this week where it's been raining, and I've had to get the bus. I suppose I could walk in the rain, but what the rain does to my hair, it'd be out here. It's like a big frizz. So when it does rain, I tend to get the bus, and I feel really sad about that because I don't like getting the bus. I much prefer to walk. And I absolutely love walking in the park. We've got a park near us, it's called Southwell Park, and it's a really big park. And me and Warren used to go for a walk quite often in the park. First thing in the morning, we'd go at 6 o'clock. But work and different working patterns have changed that over the last year or so, and I would really love to get back to walking in the park. Yes, I could go and walk in the park on a night time, but by the time we've got in from work, and you just really can't be bothered. So I'm a morning person. I much prefer to do me walking in the morning, so I'd like to get back into that. I actually did a yoga class on the beach. It must be about a year and a half ago now. I went with my daughter, and it was at Seaburn Beach. I think it was called something like Wild Women, the group's called, and they do a lot of swimming in the sea and things like that. But they were doing this morning yoga class, like I say, about 18 months ago, and it wasn't your normal yoga class. This was more about breathing, so you weren't doing poses or anything. It was all about breathing. And as easy as that sounds, it was actually quite difficult, but I really enjoyed that class. It made me feel so energized afterwards, and being out, sitting on the beach, with a group of women just sitting in a yoga pose and learning how to do different breathing techniques, looking out to sea. You could see dolphins, on the horizon in the sea. It was a beautiful morning. It wasn't even I don't even think it was summer. I think it was, maybe autumn, but it was just such a nice thing to do. So that's definitely something that I'd like to do again. And if you get an opportunity to do yoga, the breathing kind, I can't remember the exact name of it. If you get a chance to do that, go and try it, because I really enjoyed it. A lot of the women actually went into the sea afterwards. My daughter did as well, went for a little swim in the sea, and that's just not for me. I don't like my feet kind of out of their depth and touching seaweed and things, so I didn't go swimming in the sea, but I really did enjoy the yoga. So getting outdoors definitely does make you feel better. And I know at Busy Bee Marie, if you go and watch her video after this one, I know she'll have some really good information on why getting outdoors is good for you, because she has some good information every week. So make sure you go and watch. So it's time for the weigh-in. So here's the photo of me on the scales, and I've lost 3 pounds this week. So I'd put 3.5 on last week. I've lost 3 pounds. So even though it took me a little while to get back on track, I did get back on track, and I've lost that 3 pound, which I'm really happy about. So in total, over the 10 weeks, I've lost 6.5 pound, which doesn't sound like a lot over 10 weeks, but it was 6.5 pound, you know, and because of the walking, I feel a lot fitter. My legs feel a lot tighter at the top. All my trousers fit us better. I just feel much better for it. And the most important thing for me, obviously, was the blood sugar and getting me type 2 diabetes under control. And like I said at the beginning, I got that down from an HbA1c of 84 on the 30th of March to an HbA1c of 62 on, I think it was the 16th of June or something like that. So for me, this Summer Body Challenge has been a real success, and I'm definitely going to continue with it. I'm also going to put some photos in here I put some pictures in here the very first week we did this of me in some black leggings and a white t-shirt, and I'll put them in, and I'll put the same photos of me in now, just to see if there is any difference. I don't think I look a lot different. It's a shame you can't put a picture of how you feel different, but still, I said I would do it, so I'll put them in there so you can see if you can see any difference. So each week I've tried to think about what I've learned, you know, from the focus we've had on each week. And I think overall what I've learned is that I can have the occasional treat. You know, there has been a couple of times where I have gone off track, and I have gained weight, but I've managed to get myself back on it. And I think in the past that's been the problem. If I fell off the wagon, so to speak, I thought, oh well, you know, sod it. I'm just going to continue eating, you know, rubbish. And then it's a slippery slope. You put more weight on, and then you're just, you know, you're worse than when you first started. So I have learned that I can get back on track. It's not the end of the world if I put 3 pound on. Just, you know, start again tomorrow. You don't have to let it all go, and I've definitely been able to do that. I think I've also learned if you take one day at a time, it makes it a lot easier. So, you know, think about what I'm going to eat today, think about what I'm going to do exercise-wise today, and just take it from there. You know, tomorrow's another day. When I used to be a social media manager and coach in a previous business that I had. And one of the things that I learned when I was looking at, you know, management, you know, coaching and things like that, one of the things that I learned was something called the 135. So the 1 is where you have a vision of where you see yourself. So, you know, if you're talking about healthy eating or losing weight, that would be, well, you know, I want my blood sugar to be at this level. I want my weight to be at this, you know, this weight. Or whatever, you know, whatever target you've got. So that would be the 1, is the 1 vision. The 3 is the three strategies that you're going to use to help you achieve that vision. So again, for the weight, it might be, you know, what you're going to eat. It will be one strategy. How you're going to exercise, that's another strategy. And the third strategy might be the motivation. You know, you need motivation to do it. Though that's the 3. And then the 5 is the five tactics that you're going to use for each goal to help you achieve them. So it's no good just saying, okay, I'm going to eat healthy. What are the 5 things that you can do to help you eat more healthy, to help you, you know, get to the target you want? So the 5 tactics for that might be, you know, find some new YouTube channels to watch that talk about low carb, find some new recipe books, try some new foods. You know, what can you do today that's going to help you achieve that goal and help you achieve that vision? For exercise, you know, it's going to be something different. what different exercises can you try? Is there something you can do? You know, if you've been doing like Marie, I keep talking about Marie because she's been exercising. If you can do 10 push-ups, you know, last week, can you do 15 push-ups this week? That could be a tactic to help you get fitter. And the motivation, you know, what 5 tactics can you do to help you get more motivated? You know, listen to some good podcasts, team up with somebody to, you know, so you can motivate each other. Just think of the tactics that will help you achieve those goals, that will help you achieve that vision. I went a little bit off track there, but I hope you understand what I was talking about. And I think the last thing that I've learned from this 10 weeks is I definitely need the accountability. Having to do these videos and have them uploaded for you every Friday and know that you know you've got regular viewers coming back to see how you've done is motivated me more to stay on track. So, you know, if I wasn't videoing it, I might have thought, oh, you know, I'm just going to have that, you know, cream cake, or I'm just going to have that bag of chips or something. But because I've had to do this every week, I've kind of thought about it and thought, well, no, I'm not going to do that because that's just going to let people down. And it's not just letting people down, it's letting yourself down, really. So it's going to be difficult after this week because this is the last week. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to maybe do a monthly, 6-weekly update, and I'll stick to that. I'll actually put that out there. I'm going to do a regular update. You know, maybe I'll call it diabetes, health and fitness or something like that. I'll call the video something so you'll know what it is every time I put it up. So I can give you an update and it'll hold me accountable. If you need to be accountable to somebody, how do you do it? Have you got a friend you do it with? Do you go to like a Slimming World class or something like that? Let us know in the comments below. I'd really like to know. I've had some, over the last 10 weeks, we've all had some lovely comments and some great tips from people who've watched our videos. And it's been lovely to see people, they've been joining in with it. You know, there's actually one lady who watches the videos who said she's really sad that the series has come to an end because she's really enjoyed it, she's found it inspiring. And to hear things like that is just, it's so lovely. You know, I'm really grateful for everybody who's watched, really grateful, and I'm so glad you've enjoyed it. And the collaboration between the Transatlantic Wives of YouTube, as we've been calling ourselves, which is just a silly name for us because Busy Bee Marie lives in Vegas. Maria Crocker lives down south somewhere, and I think Tina is from the Manchester area, and obviously I'm from Gateshead, so you can tell by my accent. So we just, you know, well, they called themselves the Transatlantic Housewives. I've just joined recently. But we'll be bringing you something else very soon, so keep an eye out for it. And I also think, you know, we have become friends as we've done this series, you know, because we've been motivating each other, you know, in a little chat group we've got growing on Instagram. So we've been talking to each other, and I feel like I've really getting to know Maria and Tina. And it's just so nice to see videos from women who are, you know, over 50. I think Busy Bee Marie, I think she's 54. I'm 60. Maria is, I think she's 64, and I think Tina is 74. So, you know, you've got 4 women over 50, over 60, over 70 who have got their own YouTube channels and are trying to inspire and entertain and motivate, you know, people on YouTube. I just think that's fantastic because I think a lot of YouTube channels are younger people, you know, in their 20s and 30s, and it's just so nice to see women of our age, you know, having great channels. So if anybody knows of any other YouTube channels of women who are over 50, I'd love to hear who they are because I'd like to subscribe to them. The more women over 50 we can get on YouTube, the better. It's also been really nice to have Jane Heaton, who joined us one week and brought us a yoga video. I'm still following her channel. I'll put the link below. I think her, you know, a little shorts of yoga poses in maybe 10-15 minute videos of a little yoga, routine, have been really good, and I've really enjoyed those, and I'll continue to do those. Might be nice to do that on the beach, actually. That would be fun. And it was nice to have Becky Bartlam join us one week and brought us some nice healthy meal ideas. So you can have a look at her channel. I've subscribed to her as well, and will continue to watch her videos, because it's always nice to get other people's ideas of meals and things like that. So it's been great to have them along. Because there has been so many lovely comments and some nice tips from viewers, I wanted to share all of those with you. So I'm gonna, if you watch to the end, I'm gonna put screenshots of all the nice comments. Not every single one, obviously, because you'd be here all night. I've picked out some that I thought were really nice or really useful. So watch the end of the video, and I'll put some screenshots of them up there in who actually was the one who left the comment, because I really do appreciate it. So don't forget to go over and watch Tina's Talk Time, Maria Crocker and Busy Bee Marie, and see how they've done over the 10 weeks. And we'll be back soon, very soon, with a different collaboration for you, I'm sure. May not be another 10-week one, but we'll definitely have something on a weekly basis for you. So that's all I've got for you today. Like I say, thank you so much for watching the 10-week collaboration. I will be bringing out more videos, not collaborating. I will be bringing out more videos just for me. So continue to watch my channel. If you haven't subscribed to the channel, I'd love it if you could subscribe. Click the little notification bell, and it'll let you know when I've brought a new video out. I am hoping to bring out 2, possibly 3 a week in the next few months. So if you like what I'm putting out there, it would be great if you could subscribe. So anyway, I've talked enough. So thank you so much for watching. I'll see you again soon. So bye for now, and don't forget to watch the comments and tips.